All right, welcome back to Level 6 Math. I'm Mr. C, and today we're looking at Lesson 15, dealing with problems about equal groups. This is our Saxon Math for today. We're just doing one new concept, but this is a new concept and it's tricky for a few students. So even though we're only doing one small thing today, might be a video that you have to review a few times just to go through it, because it is a little tricky. We're dealing with word problems here. And anytime we're doing with word problems, it's a lot of how it's setting up the problem and thinking about how to set up the problem. So today we're looking at equal groups through writing equations with equal groups. We've studied other word problems like this. We've done a lot of addition patterns, we've done some subtraction patterns, we've done elapsed time, and today we're doing equal groups. So here's an example. In the auditorium there were 15 rows of chairs with 20 chairs in each row. Altogether, there were 300 chairs in the auditorium. Those are the two equal groups. So on one side of the equation, we're saying 15 rows of chairs with 20 chairs. On the other side of the equation, we're saying that's equal to 300 chairs total. Okay? So the chairs were arranged in 15 groups or rows with 20 chairs. We're going to set that up as a multiplication. So if there's 15 rows with 20 each, that's 15 times 20. To tell us the total number of chairs, which is 300. There's no unknown in this example problem, but we're going to be solving today. So if we said there's 15 rows and 300 total chairs, how many chairs are in each row or whatever. So we're going to take away part of this equal groups equation. Right now, I just want you to think of number of groups, number in each group, so equal groups. You're going to multiply those together to get the total number or the unknown. All right, so let's look at this example. At Russell Middle School, there were 232 7th grade students in 8 classrooms, not a very big school. If there were the same number of students in each classroom, so we're not going to have to average here, they're just telling it it's the same. How many students would be in each 7th grade classroom at Russell Middle School? So we're going to think of the equal groups. The total is going to be 232, so that's one side of the equation. 8 classrooms is the other, and what we're looking for is the number in the classroom. So that's our unknown. So it's going to be 8 times something equals 232. So we're looking at this. Step 1, we're deciding this is an equal group problem. Step 2, we're going to set up our equation. We're going to look at our pattern, number of each group, number of groups, and that will equal the number of classrooms. So n times 8 equals 232. So we can set that up now. Now to find that, let me go back. If it's n times 8 equals 232, we know from practicing this earlier that to solve for n, we just divide 232 by 8. So that's how we're going to set up our problem. 232 divided by 8 gives us 29. No remainder on this one. Sometimes there will be, not in this lesson, but in future lessons. And so 29 what? 29 students. So we need to make sure that we write students as well and label that. We can check our work by doing 29 times 8. So if there's 29 students in each classroom, there's 8 classrooms, we can multiply those. And if it gets 232, our work checks out and we're successful and we can pat ourselves on the back and we're heroes. So if you want to be a hero, check your work. Okay, and that's it. Here's our practice set. Not a really tricky lesson, just new language, new way of thinking about this with equal groups. So it's going to take some practice, but you're going to do great. All right, good luck.